Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm here to share a little unboxing. Jesse James Beads has sent me some items to work with and to make some projects to share with you. Here is what I have received. I will have these linked down in the description below. But here are the item numbers. I received a bead strand in Hyacinth, a bead strand in Poolside, a Color Classics bead strand in Powder Blue. I got one of their chain reactions, which I absolutely love because you can just do so many things with that chain. I got a gorgeous length of Lovely Heart chain in silver. And there it is. And then I also got an ice cream mini bead mix in the Taro Root color, which is purple, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. So let me go ahead and share these in person. Let me move this out of the way a little bit. First of all, there is the chain reaction. It just looks like this. It comes in silver and in gold, and each length of chain has different colors of like crystals. Let me grab a couple that I have from previous purchases or previous packages. Like here is one of their gold, and also one in two of their gold chain reactions. This one has the really pretty, almost like a burgundy color of bead, and then this one has that gorgeous light blue turquoise colored bead. And then a couple of the silver ones that I have, which I need to get me some more in the gold. Those are my last two gold chains that I have. And here's just another one of what their silver, the silver ones look like. It has this beautiful, almost like a peridot, in the green, little crystal beads in between the chain links. And the chains have, not only do they have the different little like crystals on them, but they also will have like a different design in the chain. And I'll show you here. I'm getting some things hung back up on my little bead wall. But some of them have a different design in like the chain that runs between the little crystals. So there's a lot of different variation in the chain reactions that you can get, different color variations, and also different look to the chain. And those are just a lot of fun to have on hand because you can do so many different types of projects with them. And here is that length of the heart chain that they sent. It is absolutely adorable. You see all the little links are in these tiny little hearts. They are so precious. And I did measure this, and it's about 3 feet and I think about 4 extra inches. So there's a lot of chain here. And I already have some ideas of, send my camera. This arm does not want to hold on this little phone holder. I don't know what is the deal with that. Just barely touch it and it goes swinging. So there is the heart chain I received. Now for the bead strands, this one is the Hyacinth. It is so pretty. Of course, everyone that knows me knows I am so addicted with the color purple, so this is perfect for me. And I love the shades of purple in this strand. They're very light, almost like a lilac, very soft purple, and there's different shades of purple. This one right here reminds me of those European style large hole beads, and it's gorgeous with the green and the purple and the white swirls through it. And there's some pearls on this strand, some beautiful silver spacers, and then these sort of baby boho beads, which are so cute. And then I love the look and the color of this little bead here. So pretty. And then the two strands that were sort of more along the blue side. This one is beautiful. Definitely the name fits it, poolside, because it does look like you're looking into some clear water. With these beads right here especially, has almost like an opal, like a sort of iridescent look to it. It's so beautiful. And then you have this clear like crystal rose bead, and then this really pretty sparkly spacer, and then you have a little bit of color in these beads, the tiny little turquoise beads that are on there. So I absolutely love this bead strand. I think it is so gorgeous. And now this one is powder blue. Such a pretty shade of blue. I love this shade of blue. This is more like the closer to the turquoise, and the this really light shade of blue right here. I'm not really not super big on blue, but I do love these shades of blue. I guess it's more like the navy blue that I'm not super big on. I do have a lot of pretty much every shade of blue in my stash, because I have a blue box, I call it, because my mom really loves blue, and I'm all the time making things for her. I'll see bead strands or things out in the jewelry stores that I'll be like, oh, my mom would love something with that. So I'm constantly picking up blue beads. Plus, I do like a lot of the different shades of blue. And this one is called powder blue, and I have some ideas of what I want to do with this. I would pull apart the strand and put them in a different order, though. Some of the strands are perfect to leave just as they are, because, you know, you can just add some chain to it. Well, restring it, obviously, but if you just left this in this order right here, that would be perfect. It's very symmetrical with the boho beads spaced out evenly, and it starts and ends with this little white crystal bead at the end. You could just restring this onto some like tiger tail or something like that, some soft flex beading wire, and then just add like the chain reaction to it. Just add this on each end, and you would have a quick and simple little necklace. So you could do something easy like that, or you can always pull these bead strands apart and put them in whatever order you want. You can use them for multiple projects, because this strand here, as you can see, there's 4 of these larger crystals. Then you have 4, like you have that beautiful little design here in the middle. Then you have 4 of these more like oval shaped crystal beads, and then that same beautiful design there. Then 4 of these square glass beads, and then that beautiful little spacer design, and then 4 of these sort of flattened beads. They're round, but they're sort of more squatty. So I would definitely want to pull that strand apart. I would use this section here as it is, but then I would put these in a different order. But I have a couple ideas of what I'd like to do with that bead strand. And so now this mix here is called the Ice Cream Mini Bead Mix, and it's in Taro Root. So all this beautiful purples, and I'm going to dump these out into a container that I've got here. Now, I haven't looked through this mix yet, but I did pull off the tape, because they always have it taped really securely so it doesn't fall open in shipping. And then you have this little container. You can figure out how to get that sticky off of there. I usually don't keep the containers because of the sticky, but that is what it is called. And as you can see, all this beautiful, beautiful items here. And I have just a lot of drainage in my throat this morning. I always love the little mini mixes, because they come with the cutest little tassels ever. Super tiny. And then sometimes they have some like the little baby more flowery tassels. You have some of these beautiful gold spacers that are very like almost like a cone. So that has some nice detail to it. These beautiful beads here, there's 4 of them. Love that shade of purple. And these of course would match really well with, you could mix and match this Hyacinth bead strand with the Taro Root mix. And there's some heart spacers, which are super cute and tiny, as well as these that a lot of the beaders call them potato chip beads, because they're just these like wavy spacer discs. So you have these different types of spacers in this mix. And then these are cool beads. They sort of look like, remind me of like the cat's eye, but you can just see the little centers through them. They look very frosted and just have a really cool effect in the light. You have these teeny tiny little, there's 2 different sizes of these little purple crystals. So those are like 2 millimeter, probably like 4 millimeter. There's a bunch of those in here. Have some little baby cage beads, which are so cute. There's a tiny little crystal inside this. And then you have this gorgeous frosted bead, like a frosted grape. And there's some of these more matte looking, they look sort of acrylic, but I'm not sure. But they're just a pinkish purple. Very smooth and lightweight. And then these beautiful purple pearls in here. Love that shade. Absolutely gorgeous. That's probably one of my very favorite shades of purple right there. And then there's these really cool, like clay cylinders, like these little cylinder beads with this really nice little design on it. Looks like it's been sort of rolled up. Well, like a little spiral design. And then let's see if there's anything else I have missed showing. There's these beautiful spacers here. Have crystals, like they're little dotted with teeny tiny little bling all over it. And then they have these little tiny glass rectangular beads. Super small and cute. And then these have sort of a these are filled like they're acrylic, and they have like a little striped design on the outside of them. And let's see, anything else in here I have not showed. Oh, then there's these very lumpy and bumpy, like pink colored. They feel acrylic as well. Very lightweight, so it would be perfect for if you didn't want like a super heavy piece, but they're still very beautiful. A very light colored pink, and they're sort of see-through as well. And I think that pretty much shows everything. Oh, and then I'm always amazed at how tiny these little spacers are. These little rhinestone spacers. Look how itty bitty those are. Those are probably like 2 millimeter rhinestone spacers. These just add a nice little accent to a bead. I love using those in my projects. I definitely tend to go a little overboard when I am using spacer beads because I do not like a plain looking piece. Now, I know there's a lot of jewelers like designers out there who will make something and it's not got any kind of spacers in it. And it's absolutely gorgeous. But for some reason, I just can't seem to make it myself. I always just have to add all kinds of bling and sparkle. And I love adding these little spacers because they're so cute and they just make a project fun and add some extra sparkle and shine. And pop a collar. And so that is what I have to play with here in their Taro Root ice cream bead mix. And so I will be making some projects over the next few days, and we'll be sharing some more videos showing what I have made with some of these pieces. So keep an eye out for that, and I will see everyone in the next video. Everyone have a great day.